Everything in this realm is a green screen, a mirage, a strange and concerning reality. Tryptamine, true asuba, which always begs the question, so what? It's all bullshit. Nothing worth wanting. Wanting never works. Desire is death. Stop needing things. Stop wanting things. Give it all away. Those with highest knowledge own nothing at all. Tryptamine, true and spirit level homeostasis. Hold space for yourself and the world. The energy you radiate matters. Everything about you matters and is karmically significant. Contain yourself and contain your energy. Contain your body, speech and mind. Contain your thoughts. No bad thoughts. No bad vibes. Everything is sacred. Move with care. Utmost humility and care. Celibacy is freedom. Fasting is freedom. Discipline equals freedom. Everything in this realm can and will melt away, break down and change. Your limbs can and will stop working. Your sense bases can and will stop working. Everything in this realm can and will melt away, break down and change. Life is the ceremony. Life is the sacred ceremony. Prepare and pass the spiritual tests that come your way. Prepare to journey on. Smile and be free. Fearless as a jaguar. Do not do the thing you most do show. You are the medicine. When you cease taking in external substances, you become the medicine. Chi is dopamine, and dopamine is chi. You are the dopamine. You are the serotonin. You are the testosterone, the rest and test. You are the DMT. Smile and be free in the saturation of the wellspring of equanimity rising. You are the medicine. You are a human being, the highest of all beings. Most fortunate. Most fortunate for cognition and apprehension. In apprehension, how like a god. Most fortunate for reflection and comprehending the Dharma, to exercise restraint, for the perception of insight. though like other animals, liable to entity possession. Desire is entity possession. Thoughts of lust and hatred are entity possession. Lust is a parasite, a left-hand parasite. That would drill dopamine holes in your brain. Causing a fall into the animal realms and further beyond, the inescapable samsara. You're only legit and truly legit when you point and praise. Point and praise. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Gracias, 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 gracias. Buddha Nusati. Sangha Nusati. Point and praise to unbounded joy. In the clearest of minds, there are endless thank yous. Deep reverence to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. Endless thank yous for the freedom, the requisites, the knowledge to pursue for liberation. The monks that sustained the Pali Canon, established monasteries. Thank you. The renegades, the authentic badasses, the virtuous, humble trailblazers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This world is bullshit. And they're providing an escape, helping to get out of here. Thank you. There is what is given and what is offered and what is sacrificed. There is fruit and result of good and bad actions. There is this world and the other world. There is mother and father. There are spontaneously reborn beings. There are in the world good and virtuous recluses and Brahmins who have realized for themselves by direct knowledge and declare this world and the other world. There is mother and father, who random or not so random apes of billions, two came together, one with spirit that planted his spirit in the earth of the mother, of which I now am. Two apes that didn't know how to raise a child, but did the very best they could. With all the dramas of life going on around them, they provided for me with food and shelter and care, with sincerest hopes for their own lives to be wonderful and full of love. That taught me and passed on to me many of my very good traits, my sincerity, my passion, my heart, the unpayable debt of the parents that are godlike. Thank you. There is what is given and what is offered and what is sacrificed. There is fruit and result of good and bad actions. There is this world and the other world. There is mother and father. There are spontaneously reborn beings. There are in the world good and virtuous recluses and Brahmins, who have realized for themselves by direct knowledge and declare this world and the other world. Nyanamoli says, this easily overlooked passage offers a very acute description of an authentic attitude of a Patujana, the attitude of recognition and acknowledgement of the existence of things as phenomena. The possibility of spontaneously reborn beings exists as such as possibility. An expectation of the concrete proof that can be obtained only through the senses ceases to be relevant. This attitude thus discloses the priority of the phenomenal nature of things, of one's experience, over any other view which does not assert that priority. It is because of this, the very lack of the correct priority, that these kinds of views are wrong views, as far as freedom from suffering is concerned. There is fruit and result of good and bad action, i.e., I am responsible for what I do. Similarly, there are recluse and Brahmins who have realized for themselves the direct knowledge means freedom from suffering is possible, and if I don't pursue it, myself am responsible for that. By not pursuing it, I am responsible for remaining there where suffering can arise. I am responsible for my suffering. I am the owner of my actions, born of my actions, heir to my actions, abide supported by my actions. Whatever actions I shall do, for good or for ill, of that I will be the heir. I am completely responsible for my freedom, and I am in full control of myself and can say no to myself and can tame myself. There are no excuses. I will lose everything at one point or another. Everything I own and love will become otherwise. Everything I own and love will become separated from me. I will continue to grow old. I will get sick. I will get very sick. Painfully, disturbingly sick eventually. And I will die. There will be a time of the most serious and intense moment of death. Few are made for independence. It is a privilege of the strong, and he who attempts it, having the completest right to it, but without being compelled to, thereby proves that he is probably not only strong, but also daring to the point of recklessness. But one must test oneself to see whether one is destined for independence and command, not to cleave to another person, though he be the one you love most. For every person is a prison. Ichi. The wise seek to tame themselves. Ultimately, you're training to be entirely alone, bit by bit by bit. self-reliant. With complete self-trust. Self-sabotage has been abandoned. You are no longer your worst enemy, but your best friend. Tough love. You asked for this, and now is the time to grow, learn, and mature. Love your own fate. What could suit you more? To see a possibility of proliferation before it arises. Get perspective on them by contemplating the vanity and impermanence of gratifying them, which you have done to no avail many hundreds of times before. Contentment is the greatest wealth. Health is the greatest gift. Nibbana is supreme, the Buddhas say. Break free from the matrix with high agency, overcoming the NPC tendencies. Taming the thoroughbred and striving in the opposite direction of samsara. With virtue as an ornament. Equanimity as upholstery. Mindfulness the charioteer. Energy the wheels. With the axles as jhana. Peacefulness, friendliness as the weaponry. Faith and wisdom keep the burden balanced. This divine vehicle arises within oneself, inevitably winning the victory.